Bodybuilding.com spokesmodel, optimum nutrition athlete, 2010 Bodybuilding.com Fit Body winner, 2010 Muscle and Fitness Male Model winner, and a IFBB Pro Men's Physique competitor. Before I was any of that, I was a collegiate athlete where I majored in biology, psychology, integrated studies. Today, on the Big Man on Campus 12-week trainer, we're gonna be tackling back and biceps. Grab your notepad, class is in session, take your seats. Back and bicep routine should typically take you no longer than 45 minutes to an hour. You're in there to lift weights, not to socialize. You have your rest periods, don't go longer than those. Do what you have to do to get in the right mindset. Throw those headphones on, turn up the volume, and let's get to work. I like to start off with an active 5-minute warm-up. Now that you've gotten your 5-minute warm-up, you're now ready to tackle a back and bicep workout. For the first exercise, we're gonna be doing a wide grip pull-up. We're gonna be doing 4 sets to failure. Now you have to get 10 reps. Now if you need a spotter or if you need to take a little bit of a rest in between, that's okay. Make sure you get 10 reps on each set. This is a great exercise to do first because it's a very functional movement that's gonna create lift. Thing I like to point out when doing pull-ups, keep the elbows as wide as you can. Really concentrate on the squeeze at the top and slower on the way back down. Make sure you're getting at least 10. I a lot of the time shoot from 12 to 15. If I'm able to get 15, I add on weight through a weight belt. 2 more sets to go. Already feeling that back getting big. You have to go into the gym with your game face on if you're gonna get the maximum results. Take 10 minutes and really think about what you're gonna be doing. Seeing yourself with that back you really have always wanted. We're ready to move on to T-bar row. The second back exercise we're gonna do is a bent T-bar row. Make sure you get your belt when performing this lift. What you wanna do is you wanna keep that back flat, nice and straight, keep the butt lower than the hips. We're gonna be doing 3 sets, and on that 3rd set, we're gonna do a drop set. Nice squeeze in that lat. Each time coming up, full contraction to full extension. That one right there gets you that big barn door back. All right, time for that 3rd and final set. What we're doing this time, drop set. So as you can see, I've increased my weight each time. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go to failure. Shooting for about 10 to 12 reps, but I'm just gonna go till I got nothing left in the tank. I'm gonna strip off 2 plates. I'm gonna continue going.
Don't let the beat stop, I wanna see your head rocking. Beats clucking, the B-boys are body popping. The bass drop show, it sounds like a tremor. Everybody's in the club getting the vibe together. Hands in the sky, yo, we move to the floor. Leave you stressing, unhappiness at the door, keep you funky. With a 4/4 beat from your radios, TV screens and in the streets. So
as you can see, it gets real tough, but my form never suffers. That's it for T-bar. Next up, got a little close grip pull down. Work again on that lat length. We're getting after it. Now this is really to activate the lower part of the lat, get a good squeeze. We're gonna be doing 3 sets, and after that 3rd set, we're immediately doing a drop set here. We're gonna be keeping the reps between 10 and 12. Increase the weight for our 3rd set. Finish off with a drop set, and that'll be it. Immediately decreasing the weight. And that's it for close grip pull downs. Next up, we're going right into single arm dumbbell row. Now one thing to remember on these, keep that elbow as close to the body as possible and pull back. Not just straight up, but pulling back to your hip. really isolates that lower lat. We're gonna be doing 3 sets. We're gonna be shooting for 8 to 12 reps. I always like to incorporate 2 rowing movements to really get that back thickness. Now, if you feel the need to start using straps, don't. The only time you should is if you can no longer handle the weight at all. You have to build some forearm and wrist strength as well. First set out of the way, time to go up in weight. You shouldn't feel it as much in your arms. If you are, you need to lighten the weight. It should be all lats. "60 seconds, grab a bigger dumbbell, last set." And that is it for dumbbell row. We got one more back exercise to top it off. For the final back exercise, we're gonna be doing rope lat pull downs. Now this is gonna really target the lower lat. Use a light enough weight that allows us to do about 15 reps. We're gonna do 5 sets, 30 seconds break. One thing to remember when doing these is really keep the chest high as you bring the weight down. Now remember on these, the stretch is just as important as the contraction. We get a better contraction the further the stretch we do. Also, in between sets, just stretching out those lower lats. All right, last set for back. Make it your best. And that's it. Now that we've blown up back, we'll be moving on to blasting some biceps. First exercise we're gonna do is a standard barbell curl into a cheat curl. Now with this, you want to take a little bit wider than shoulder width grip and concentrate on the last 2/3 movements. Don't want you locking out on the bottom, keeping it about right here, all the way up, elbows down by your side, pure bicep contraction. We're going to be doing 4 sets, 2 sets of strict movement, and 2 sets where we cheat a little bit. I throw in biceps with my back days because you work so much of the bicep as a secondary muscle when training back. For our second set, we're gonna shoot for about 8 reps. That's it, we did 2 there, strict. Now, let's get into the cheats. Now, a little bit about cheat curls. The name's a little bit deceiving. You cheat to make it harder, just enough to get up that weight. It's gonna be kind of the compound movement for biceps, one that builds mass. And we're gonna be shooting for about 6 reps. And like I said, cheat to make it harder, not to make it easier. As you can see there, I was throwing my back just enough to get it up and controlled on the way down. Because we did add some weight, we're only gonna do 4 reps. Next up in our bicep routine, we're gonna be doing a little incline dumbbell curl. Now with this, you're gonna wanna make sure you're stretching all the way down, not quite to lock out, but getting a full range of motion and a nice squeeze up top. This is a great overall bicep builder, as well as when you come up, turning that wrist out, getting that pinky higher, really gonna help bring out that lower cut. 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps, rest period 30 to 60 seconds, somewhere in there. tight third set. And on that, you can tell I brought my legs up and crossed them. The reason I do that is to take any kind of momentum I have. If my legs aren't anchored to the floor, it's gotta be pure bicep contraction. Now that our two mass builders are out of the way for the biceps, we're gonna be moving on to spider curls with a supersetted dumbbell hammer curl. We're gonna be doing 2 sets of each, and we're gonna be doing pretty much to failure. Hopefully it's around 10 to 15 on each. Like I said, just go, go, go. Supersetting these 2 exercises, really hitting that peak straight into the hammer curls, working on the brachialis, you're gonna get an unbelievable pump. It'll be shirt splitting. Followed by a 30-second rest, quick drink if you need one. Right back. Time to get after it. And that concludes our back and bicep portion of the Big Man on Campus Trainer. One thing I like to do is keep a record of all the weights I use. Now you don't have to do it every single time you work out, but making sure you know that you're increasing weight each time you lift is important. Refer to Bodybuilding.com for more content like this. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos.